Hey, all right, I don't know if it matters if I have this one in or both, if that affects the sound. We'll just keep them both in, just, I don't know, in case. Or maybe it's less outside noise comes in. Okay, today's walking thoughts. I'm just gonna kind of explain what happened today in my life experience, and I'm just making this video just to help others and hopefully bring awareness to paying attention to how our body reacts to certain things. So a lot of you know as far as how the whole temperature, taking your temperature situation, I am against the forehead area, taking the temperature at your forehead for a couple reasons. One big factor is just the actual, the action of that being pointed directly at our forehead, and whatever kind of machine it is, a camera, a gun shape, whatever it is, to me that should not be considered normal. Our body has these fight or flight modes. Of course, I'm sure you've heard about that, and how our body responds to certain things. Sometimes stuff happens inside we're not really aware that it's happening. You know, like if you're sick and then you get better, your body's healing yourself inside, and you might not exactly feel it, but it's still happening. So the fight or flight modes that your body goes through is not good for us to have consistently. So that's one major reason why I stay away from those. So, of course, today's experience had to do with taking my temperature, and when the temperature gun was going towards my head, of course I held up my wrist, and that was a big thing, and they didn't want to do that, and I didn't want to do the other one. So I was patient. I tried to just say that was just not right for me, and that's against my beliefs of what I think is right. And anyways, it took a little situation, but after we came to a conclusion and there was at one point I about broke down, and I was like, okay, I'll do it. And the lady went to hold the temperature thing up, and I turned my head and I just started bawling. I don't know. I was not planning on doing that reaction. And then the guy next to me was like, "Are you okay?" And I said, no, I'm not okay. I was like, I just shook my head, and at that point I knew I was not going to let this lady do this. So anyway, so that reaction happened. We figured out a way to get through it, and she did not take the temperature in front of my forehead. And so I get through the building, and I'm sitting there, and I'm supposed to answer a few questions, and my breathing is all messed up. I'm trying to calm myself down. Oh, in between all that happening, there was we'll say a good cop and a bad cop in the situation. So the good cop was trying to listen to me and try to hear me out. I had some questions that I was asking him, and he was trying to do his best to do his job to give me correct, or what he's supposed to tell me, answers. Then bad cop came up because I was still just standing there and I wasn't going through security or anything further, and he basically jumped in and pretty much gave me an ultimatum that was not friendly and left me just standing there. I think at one point I said, "Wow, you didn't have to say it like that." I think that came out of my mouth. So that was very interesting. So then after that, I'm still trying to process the whole thing, and how it all happened. But the moral of this whole walking thoughts is how I was feeling after the fact. And when I was sitting down and I was like, okay, that bad cop at the moment did not have to, maybe he was having a bad day, he's just trying to do his job. I'm still trying to calm myself down and realize that wasn't necessarily to me personally. But something inside me just kept making me cry my eyes out. And then, P.S. this is all for a jury summons. So then I'm still crying. I'm like, what? Okay, I'm trying to breathe correctly. My breath is all jacked up. And so I had to ask the people for Kleenex. It was uncontrollable. I literally was trying to actually control it, but not it was just inside, it kept coming out. So yeah. Oh man, all of this, and it just reminds me there were 2 other huge moments in my life that I actually felt this way. One was actually in Los Angeles. I don't actually remember the exact things, but I started to have heart palpitations, and I just couldn't control my crying. So it just, now that I'm older, I'm realizing my body does that to tell me something is not right. Something has to be fixed, and I don't have to be in this situation. No one should feel that way. That is not what life is about, and that is not healthy for anybody. So, and then the second time was, I was walking. I was kind of in between. I had moved for a job, and I was walking with my mom, and I literally could not stop crying. She's like, "What is wrong with you?" And I'm like, "I have no idea. I just can't stop crying." Something was wrong then. So I knew I needed to change something. So this feeling today that happened, oh man, my video is going to run out. The whole story comes down to when your body reacts that way and you really feel something is wrong, really pay attention to that, because our bodies are very smart and they know how to protect you, but sometimes we don't listen to them. Basically, all of those feelings that I went through, I knew I was doing something that was right for me. Even though that might not be right for other people, my body knew that was what I was supposed to be doing in that moment, or actually what I was not supposed to be doing in that moment. And I think a lot of us, as we're going through life, we ignore what our body is telling us, and we ignore how we feel, because whether it's we're told it's supposed to be a certain way, or we are taught it's supposed to be a certain way, when in reality everyone's reality is different, but in reality every single person is different, and every single person feels, goes through experiences differently. But when it comes to an actual human's body health, a human's body functions very similarly, to a point. I mean, my body's gonna function a little differently than someone who's doesn't move around or eats a lot of crap. However, both of our bodies are still trying to do the same thing every day, and that's it. Literally tries to heal yourself all the time. It's like a machine, a working machine that is constantly helping you. So anyways, this whole video today is just to share not every day is going to be amazing, and to also show you that if you know something is wrong for you, please speak up and please stand up. And I know there's definitely risks to that. As I experienced today, I definitely had to make some choices in a quick decision of what was the outcome or what my consequences were going to be. And I did learn you can ask questions. Sometimes people don't like that, but you can ask questions. And lucky for me today, there was somebody that was there to listen to what I was actually saying. So anyways, I don't want anyone to feel how I felt today or what I went through. I would love for everyone to never feel that, but sometimes life wouldn't be life if we all felt 100% all the time, right? Because then you don't appreciate when you do have great things around you. So I know I had to go through this for a reason. And the cool thing about this, I guess I can say that now, but I definitely see this as a lesson for sure. In the past, like when I was mentioning those other 2 times that I felt this exact same way, I did not take those as actual lessons. My mindset was different, and I was like, why is this happening to me? Like, I totally thought differently. So it's cool to see my growth in the last few years, and now how I definitely see this as a learning experience and a lesson. And it shows me what choices I want to continue to keep and what choices I need to switch, to keep pushing myself forward, to better myself and just keep my health, my mental health, my body health correct and in line. And I want to give it the best possible way to function properly to help me. So yeah, today was an experience. I'm so glad I can look at this differently than if this would have happened 5 years ago. Yeah, it definitely would have affected me differently, but I'm thankful for today. I want to stay away from feeling like that for, forever if I can. But yeah, as I said before, sometimes we need things like this to happen to really get back to, I guess, the drawing board and realize, are you on the right track for you? Is this what you're wanting for yourself, for your life? I'm saying that for me, but anybody can ask themselves those questions, I guess. So just know if you're feeling that something is not right for you, pay attention to that. try to make changes so that you can get away from those feelings. Because, yeah, being healthy is important. So there's my walking thoughts for the day. That one's kind of a long one compared to the other ones, but this one's very important. And man, it's like as I'm walking, it's like pushing me to want to help others like even more. So thank you everyone for doing what you're doing. And yeah, I gotta tell myself, keep breathing and definitely hydrate smarter. And thanks for watching my walking thoughts. See ya. Okay, addendum, I guess, to the walking thoughts. There have been times in my life where I've had bad times and I've cried. Okay. Also, like maybe relationships that weren't good, that I knew were not good and I needed to get out. I like had to make a decision to get away. That's like different kind of crying. The times that I mentioned before and today, and that's like uncontrollable. Meaning even when I tried to calm down, it was extremely difficult. So yes, I have had more bad times or not great times, more than 3 in my life. But today and those other 2 times that I am recalling, those were moments where it was literally uncontrollable for a long time. So there is a difference between just knowing you're not in a good place and making a decision and getting away, and then also, I guess it's like different places you come from, right? That's like, oh, I'm running out of video space. So what I have found is, for me, there is a difference between knowing you're in a bad situation and crying and making, and then just making your choice, like, yes, I need to get out of this situation. I got to do it. Bam, bam. You take action steps. You do that. Compared to the moments that I was referring to where you're in a situation and your body completely takes over and is either showing you or trying to tell you that either what you're doing, what you're trying to do is right and to keep going, or trying to show you what you are being forced to do is wrong. So yeah, for me, there's a big difference in those two. And the one that happened today, I'm just so thankful that doesn't happen all the time. But yeah, I'm gonna have to like re-watch these videos and edit this. But I just, from now on, I mean, of course, from now on, it's like moments like these, I definitely don't like them. Oh my God, I need to finish a sentence. Oh, actually, that's funny. Today, the judge was like, well, can you be more specific? No. Okay. Anyways, so yeah, I don't want people to feel the way that I felt today. However, I had to go through it because it's showing me that I am on the right track for me. And, we just have to pay attention to ourselves. And all of you that are watching this, you are very important and you will make the right decisions, and just literally trust what's in here. All right. Have a great day. I am going to keep breathing, and I'm definitely going to drink more water than normal today just so I can flush out all this stuff that's been going through me today. So, you know, because like I said, some things are going on in here that I can't see right now. And I got to get it out. So, yep. Anyways, take care, everyone. Peace.